Christian marriage of Clara and Dominic We surround them with our prayers and ask God's blessing upon them so that they may be strengthened in their new life together and nurtured in their love. You two have chosen each other, and you're going to continue to choose each other every day. You're going to prioritize each other's well-being through whatever challenges lie on the road ahead. And your community, all of us, your friends and your family, we're here to support you and to pray for blessings along that road. We're here to celebrate this moment, this journey with you, and to celebrate what lies beyond all of this, whatever is bigger than just this one moment. We celebrate the greater story that this wedding represents. And that greater story started long before you did too. The Romantics call it destiny. People of faith call it God. God has joined you together. God is love.
Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love, which alters when an alteration finds, or bends with a remover to remove. Oh no, it is a never fixed mark that looks on tempest and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose worth unknown, although his height be taken, love's not time's fool through rosy lips and cheeks, within his bending sickles compass come. Love alters not with brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even the edge of doom. If this be error, and upon being proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved. These words from the Gospel according to St. Mark, 10th chapter. From the beginning of creation, God made them, male and female. For this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh.
Individual stories are now one story. What God has joined together, let no one separate. Amen.
I, Dominic, take you, Clara, to be my wife.
I, Clara, take you, Dominic, to be my husband.
And my love for you. I pledge to work each day to increase your happiness and diminish your sorrow.
Through my love for you, I pledge to work each day to increase your happiness and diminish your sorrows.
I promise to encourage you to always find the best within yourself.
I promise to encourage you to always find the best within yourself.
Together we will face whatever life may bring, whether laughter or tears.
Together we will face whatever life may bring, whether laughter or tears.
I promise to respect and honor you, to care for you with tenderness, and to support you with patience and love.
I promise to respect and honor you, to care for you with tenderness, and to support you with patience and love.
You are the love of my life, my partner, and my best friend.
You are the love of my life, my partner, and my best friend.
obstacles he had to overcome, to be honest. Way up north, New York City. Aqua, the name, how do you pronounce that? Is it related to the Corleones? Or? But then he played a good old boy from way down south in a small town in Arkansas. And he came out dressed in black and said, "Hello, I'm Johnny Cash." And I liked him. I liked him. Yeah. I think it was the first time I heard you sing Walk the Line, wasn't it, maybe? You sang it a few times since then. I like that song. So all you have to do is live by that song. Everything will be just fine. So we welcome Dominic and his parents and his brother and sister-in-law and cousins and all the Aquilinos in their family. And it didn't start out too well with Clara. She was late, about 3 o'clock in the morning, as I recall. And, I was hungry, so I had to get something to eat. And plus I took Lamaze training. I don't know if they still do that. Don't jump ahead, Dominic. Don't do that. So I brought opportunity with cheese into the birthing chamber. And you were terrible and needed energy. And I'll tell you what she said. But anyway, Clara has been, since that time, nothing but a joy and pleasure, and through performances, church performances, from Annie when she shook her wig off and didn't miss a beat. But you're the most beautiful bride ever, and I love you. I wish you all the
So I've known Dom my whole life. I know that comes as a surprise. It's been a long time. The first 28 years of my life, I called him Buddy. It was Bud, Buddy. And we were always in search of an adventure, right? Like our whole lives when we were kids were about, let's go look at this, let's go find this, let's go explore this. It was awesome, right? So Dom to me for many, many years was Buddy. And that was reciprocated because we didn't know each other by anything else but Buddy for many, many years. Dom has truly been my bud with everything we've done. And you know, it hasn't always been the easiest growing up in the footsteps of an older brother. He was always the first to do things, right? He was always the first to get girlfriends. He was always the first to, you know, go out and hang out with his friends late. He was always the first to do many, many things. And the list goes on and on. Of course, I've learned a great deal from him, always being the first to do things. And some things are still relevant today. So I've known Clara for 8 years, right? We'll go there real quick. So Dom and Clara have known each other, like, you know, Dom brought home Clara and was like, you know, I need you to meet this girl. She's amazing. She's this person that you really need to know, right? And that was a big deal. So there have been others. However, Clara was the person that Dom said, you know what? I really need you to get to know this woman, and I'm super glad I did. I've always looked up to my older brother. and I've always looked up to Clara because those two have so much passion, so much living that they have to share with each and every one of us. Try to understand why they're doing what they're doing, why they're here, why they're together. It's an amazing, amazing journey. That's the best thing I can say about the two of you guys. I want to say, raise your glass to these two. There we go. May you always, always feel the love of everybody in this room. You guys are in our hearts, in our minds, today and going forward.
Amen.
That was tough.
I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I was told on Thursday that I'm not as charming as my father is. Still hurts a little bit. So I was trying to think about like what are my like earliest memories with Clara, right? And turns out you don't remember much when you're 0 to 3 years old. Point is to say, you know, there were a couple of hazy years at the beginning where I was hazed as her little brother. But ever since then, she's been the best big sister anybody could ask for. And, you know, I wish her and Dominic the best on their new journey together. I've actually already watched them get married once in a show they did together. I do. Actually, maybe twice. I watched the show twice. And I remember the first time I saw my sister in that show, like, it's kind of, you know, the show is I Do. Is that right? Yeah. So I'm just sitting there, you know, in the audience, and I'm looking up there, and my sister, you know, falls in love, gets married, has kids, grows old together. It all happens up there. I'm like, who is this guy? What is he doing? He's grown on me since then. But I remember very distinctly, like, getting in my car after that show and like driving home and get like crying a little bit because I was like, this is my big sister. Point of which is to say, none of you have to watch me bawl my eyes through this speech because I've already done it once. We're good. So, cheers. Congratulations. Wishing you both the best.
Yeah.
Cheers.
So I just want to read one quick thing from the book of Proverbs, chapter 5. I think this is exceptionally appropriate. May your fountain be blessed, and may you rejoice in the wife of your youth. And it goes on to say, may you ever be intoxicated with her love. That's straight out of the Bible. So knock yourself out. But I think it's really a wonderful, wonderful visual of how you should be in love with each other. And God bless you both. I appreciate the fact that I was invited. So cheers to you both.
Clara and I have been best friends for 10 years. We met at a play at Heart, Kiss Me Kate. That's how our friendship became more and more wonderful. We bonded over, you know, dressing up for the parties that we threw during that wonderful, wonderful summer. But we've only spent one summer together. Only one summer we spent in the same place. And we've spent the rest of our lives in other places, which to some friendships kind of wither and die from that. But we didn't. And that's because Clara is one of those strong, steadfast people that will reach out and be like, hey, where are you? What are you doing? And I'm like, what's up? You know, it's like that time never passed. So our friendship has always been just one in a million, and I've been so grateful to her. And then I met Dominic. But I didn't meet Dominic first because, of course, our relationship has been long distance. She sent me a picture, and she said, oh, this guy's in a show with me. yeah, he seems nice, you know, like that kind of thing. And she sent me a picture, which you don't send a picture just to be like, this is my friend. And I was like, oh, that'll do. Because she's always like the tall, dark, handsome men. And so I was like, okay, all right. And then I met him, you know, in person, and I was like, he seems nice. He seems to fit a nice bill for her. And then I kind of got to know the relationship more just by Clara talking. She talked so enthusiastically about the relationship as it became more and more apparent that it was becoming more of a relationship. And I started seeing, you know, things like Dominic and her exchanging little gifts. And so one of the things that Clara and I always talk, just as, you know, girl talk, we talked about our relationships. I'm married as well. And we kind of saw the parallels between our relationships, only it's gender opposite. I am the Dominic, because I'm you know, the loudmouth upstate New Yorkers, don't deny it, you are. And then Paul and Clara are kind of like the steadfast Southerns. They are sweet, they've grown up in the same town all their lives. For Clara, my lovely, lovely friend who can get some anxieties, every once in a while, just let Dominic sweep you off your feet without you expecting it, and let it happen without worry about what's happening down the line, because he does have your back in the end. He thinks of you, and he cares for you, and he will always be there for when you fall. So every once in a while, just let him do his thing. That's what I do. Just do it. Just let him do his thing. And for Dominic, this is the time where you let Clara be that steadfast star that you always come home to at the end of the day. So that's my observations, what I have to share. And I love you both. Congratulations.
Dominic was a lost cause from day one. Clara played tough for a long time, though. But eventually, she couldn't resist whatever charms he has. I don't know. You've never charmed me, but good for you. Good for you. But it has been an absolute honor knowing them both and being friends with them, both personally and creatively. And I just want to say, I can't imagine two finer people to have gone from Jane Austen to Transylvania to Sherwood Forest and all the way to Sun Records in Memphis with you, and I could not have imagined doing it without you. Love you both.